Hare Krishna. Today we're going to discuss about dyslexia. Dyslexia is a form of specific learning disability in which the subject poses problem in speaking skills, writing and reading skills. So these subjects like they have a out of box thinking and they have a different brain structure, and the brain wiring is totally different in these kids. They have a differential ability to learn. It does not mean they are mentally retarded. It means that they learn in a different way. They have a out of box thinking, and like we have to teach them in order to help these children. We have to find out what is the correct way of teaching them. They learn differently. They don't learn in a typical manner in which the other students learn. They don't go for rote learning. They need to understand the concept. Each and everything should be very clear to them, and then they can learn very easily. So the teacher has to find out the correct way of teaching these students, and every teacher has this innate ability, but the teacher has to discover his or her strength to teach these students. For example, to read a particular word, these students are told to break the word when they face difficulty in reading the word, and they have to be made aware of letter and sound association. While a normal child takes 1 to 2 sessions to understand letter sound association, these dyslexic children, they may take 3 to 5 sessions to understand letter sound association. For example, like if I take a word phone and it is written as phone, a dyslexic child, they cannot go for rote learning. They want to understand, they would want to understand that why the spelling is phone and not fone, while phone also sounds phone and fone also sounds phone. So that very concept has to be made aware. Awareness has to be created in that thing also to a dyslexic child. Now these children, like they have to be made very clear about the concept of letter rehearsal. Like these children would pose problem in knowing why P and Q, why P is written as P and Q is written as Q, the letter rehearsal. This concept has to be made very clear to these children, like letter rehearsal, like P, Q, B and D, etc. Normal child up till 3rd standard, they may face problems in these letter rehearsals, but if it goes beyond that, then we have to understand that the child may be suffering from learning disability. Now these learning disability children facing this problem of learning disability, they have a out of box thinking. They think very differently. And it's been a controversial debate. Many researchers have told that these people with who suffer from learning disability, dyslexia, they have out of box thinking, and many of them have given many discoveries also. It is a debate, a research has been made, but it is yet not confirmed. It is a controversial debate that even Newton had this learning disability. Now, if these children with learning disability, if they are told to write a paragraph, then a particular word comes in the first line of a paragraph, and that word is repeated in the 3rd line and 5th line. The child with learning disability will write a different spelling for the same word in 1st line, 3rd line and 5th line. And even if they have to write their own names, they face problem in writing that also correctly. So these children, rather than focusing on their flaws, it's a duty of the teacher to focus on their strengths and work on their strengths, so that if these children, the strengths are built on, then it becomes easier to eliminate the weaknesses also. Like many of these children are very good in drawing 3D drawings, and they draw it in a very unique way which other children cannot draw. So the teacher has to recognize the strengths of the child also and help in bringing out those strengths. Now these children, they pose problem in the auditory memory and short-term working auditory memory. For example, suppose but if they focus on the instruction which is being told to them, then they remember easily. But if the focus is not there, then they pose problems. Suppose a teacher instructs a child with dyslexia to that go to class 5D. and bring mathematics books from this particular teacher, and the child is not focused, the child will go to the class 5, he or she will forget the sections at the teacher from whom the book has to be collected and which book has to be collected, and then they will come back. And these children are easily distracted by colorful surroundings. Like suppose a teacher is wearing a very colorful sari, then they will find difficulty to interact with the teacher. But if a teacher is dressed up in a plain sari, then they will find it easy to interact with the teacher. And with this I end my today's session. We will discuss more about it in the next video. Thank you many folds. Hare Krishna.